this one yellow. Even though I've got a little bit of other color on there, I think it'll be okay. A fun little watercolor notebook is just fine. And then I'm going to do, I think, some lime green right here. And I think I'm going to do some purple right here. Now, if you're wondering how I've chosen my colors here, sometimes if you're choosing colors for your hinges and it seems like it's not working right, you're trying to figure out why that is. It's because I'm trying to keep this asymmetrical. So you can see what I mean by that. So I have my teal and teal, then I have my purple, purple. I have my yellow, 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 because normally yellow would be right here in the rainbow. So the yellow is actually just right here, okay? So I'm only kind of jumping kind of like every other. So the pink is here, purple's here, teal, or I guess my blue, if I was going to do another one, maybe my blue would be in here somewhere. So I'm kind of like, when you're seeing it, you're like, oh, it's right there. And when you're purple, oh, it's right there. Your pink, oh, it's right there. So your eye is kind of feeling balanced in that area. So if you're ever wondering why a color is maybe not looking right, consider that kind of concept, is you're wanting it to kind of be balanced in that way. And if you're wondering why I just did that, it's because I realized that this was really dark, and so I wanted another area that was also really dark and teal. So that's kind of, sometimes when I'm working with color, those are some things I kind of think about, is balancing my colors a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at this. I'm eventually going to go back in and do the other side, but I'm not going to do the other side right now. I'm actually going to add just a tiny little bit of orange to my yellow up here. But then I'm going to go in and start doing some fun coloring, because I'm really just inspired by doing some doodles right now. I really want to get some doodling done. I love to do some doodles. I love to create a little bit of art with you guys. Like I was saying before, I don't want to just do watercolors only. Oh no, my paper's starting to pill. Alright, if your paper ever starts to pill, I recommend just taking a break. Just coming back to it when the paper's dry. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit of orange from here. Alright, so now we have ended up with this. Yes! Oh my gosh, love! Now the other side is still white, of course. We haven't gotten back. I haven't finished that side yet. Alright, so now that my watercolor here, kind of finished doing that. Alright, so now I'm just going to take a fun black pen. I know, the watercoloring took like the longest part. Alright, so I'm going to go in with a fun black pen. This is a Le pen. It's not like a waterproof pen, it's just a fine, super nice fine line pen. And I'm just going to do some fun little doodles. Something that I love to draw so much, of course, are little stars and little mushrooms. If you're trying to figure out what the front of your book is, go ahead and close your book up. Okay. Now, your pages, the front of a book should open like this. Okay. So, of course, because I only decorated one side of my book, I want my front of my book to probably be here. So your book's going to open up to the right. So books will always open up the right hand side, unless it's the Japanese style of book. So whichever way you kind of decide, you're going to start decorating your book. Or maybe you don't know how you're going to do it yet, but it doesn't matter. And then I, of course, love to draw little mushrooms. Draw a little mushroom. I always start out with kind of like a U shape, kind of like this. Kind of draw another little shape like so, like a half moon shape. Then I draw my little stem piece. My little grasses. And the little back side of it. And I'll draw some little dots down here. Some little dots up here. For the little texture. And then my little lines here for my underneath my mushroom. Isn't that so cute? So I always like to draw like different styles of mushrooms because I always just think they're so much fun. So I'm just going to do that a little bit and kind of fill my little tiny book with a little bit of mushroom happiness. So cute. So cute. I also learned how to draw these kinds of mushrooms where you draw a circle. Excuse me. And then a little kind of spidery kind of guy inside. And then draw your a little squiggle line with the second little squiggle line kind of next to it, kind of like this. I know it just seems like the most ridiculous thing for a little mushroom, but the very first time I ever saw it, I was really impressed. I was like, oh my gosh, so easy, so easy. And so you see how you draw a little shadow underneath it and these tiny little dot groupings, and then your little grass groupings underneath it. And suddenly you have a super, super fast little mushroom. So cute. Oh my gosh. So obviously you can tell I'm drawing a tiny little mushroom book. Now I'm drawing a little mousy guy. You guys are all being privy to little classic little Ellie drawings here. And then of course, this is not mushroom related at all, but it's a tiny little mouse. But he's so cute. I just had to. A little mousy. And then I'm going to draw some really big mushrooms here. I'm going to draw this one of these little guys. So it's kind of like oblong kind of a shape. Okay. And then the bottom part is kind of a larger one, kind of like this. I always draw the little gills in because I feel like it really adds a level of whimsy. And because I want this to be even more magical, I'm going to draw a tiny little star dangling from it. Yay! Oh my gosh. And now my last little mushroom page here. I'm going to draw one of these kinds. I have no idea what these different kinds of mushrooms are. You guys are probably watching like, that's a blah 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 kind of mushroom. Like, wow, great. I have no clue. And I'm going to draw this little guy. I want them, all my mushroom kind of ends to kind of end up in the same kind of spot. Alright. And whenever I'm not sure how something looks, I just add these little kind of dot groupings in there. And that usually kind of helps. Of course, don't forget to give yourself a little bit of ground. Alright, you guys. Ha ha ha! Look how cute that is! Oh my gosh. Love that. You can add some fun little doodles and things onto your little hinges if you want. I can add like some cute little fake stitching. How cute. If you're trying to figure out what I'm talking about when I mean fake stitching. That's what I mean. Tiny little lines. Right. Or you can add just tiny little dots along the edge. It's kind of cute. Just make sure that if you do it one somewhere, that you do it again somewhere else, so that way it doesn't look like you've totally messed up. Like, oh wow, I really didn't mean to do that. And you can always do like dots and dashes. I know that seems like totally not creative at all, but I remember the first time I learned about dot dash, I was like, really? But then I'm like, oh, actually, it's a really easy way to just add a quick little texture. Fun! All right, now to finish up the tiny little book, that's what the rest of this little twine here is for. Oh my gosh, and also, I forgot about all your little goodies in here. We're gonna go back and add those in. All right, so you can add your little goodies, because what you have in here are some fun little things. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I waited so long into this tutorial to show you the funnest part, are all these little treasures. So you have some cute little gemmies, some tiny little star-shaped glitter and stuff, and so you can go in and add your star-shaped glitter and things to your little book. Or your little book. They're both little books. So you can add them to this little book, or you can add them to your other little book, whatever you really want to do there. I'm going to add in some fun little star-shaped glitters. And if you're trying to figure out how to glue your star-shaped glitters and things on, I usually just use a bit of white glue. Whatever glue you got laying around works great, usually for stuff like this. I'm going to add some more little gems in here. These gems are super fun and iridescent. I love them. All right. So these are some of the fun little gems and starship glitters and things that you're gonna get. Oh, so fun. And then also for your little book. Okay, so now to close it, what you're gonna do is you're gonna figure out what your back page is. Okay, so this is my front of my book here. So I'm on my back of my page here, I'm gonna add just a tiny little bit of glue so that I can wrap around the front of my book. So I'm only putting a little bit of glue right here, right next to the hinge, just right on the edge there. So then I can wrap this around and tie in a cute little bow. And then you have your cute little book. I put a little bit of glue on there so that it holds the twine in place. And again, you can always trim your little twine and use your twine in other little projects and things later. All right. A little bit longer craft today, but still fun. All right, you guys, so there's today's two. Oh, hold on. I'm going to decorate this one just a little bit more because I just love these so much. So I love these mica flakes in here because they kind of look like a little bit like an ocean. And I'm going to pick them up with my finger, and they glue down great with a little bit of glue. So it kind of looks like maybe seashells because it is technically mica, so they technically are seashells. Okay. Oh, it's getting a little bit messy on my finger here. It's making my finger very shiny. Well, you guys can collage however you would like here. I just thought it was kind of fun to kind of add in and kind of create some fun little things. And you can add some fun little stars. So, anyways, I will leave you guys to it. But I just wanted to let you know that there are lots of little things in this kit to kind of inspire happy little things, because you can add your tiny little stars to your happy thoughts. You can add, like I said, little things into your book, little collage bits and stuff, so then that way you can kind of feel like inspired and things like that. All right, you guys, so those are today's little crafty crafts. I'm just going to tie this back up, and we will be on our way. Oh my goodness. There we are. All right, you guys. There are today's 2 for $10 crafts. Have a fun rest of your day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.